It's Christmas in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. That's right. It's still November as of the recording of this, but Christmas is here. There's some really cool Christmas stuff. There's a banner, there's events. I know we still have Final Fantasy IX going out, but real quick, first, I just caught wind of this right before recording this. The Steam version has a release date. To me, this is bigger news than any Christmas stuff I'm about to talk about. But it looks like the Steam version is coming out December 7th. Now that's JST time zone, so I don't know what that means for all the other time zones. It depends what time zone you live in, but just know that the Steam version has a release date. This is so exciting. I know a lot of people have been waiting for the PC version of this game, and that is going to be out on December 7th. That's so cool. That's amazing. Now, that being said, let's go on our Steams and wishlist it and all that good stuff like they say to do here. And let's get into what's going on in the game. And this stuff will still be going on when the Steam version comes out. So if you grab this on PC, all of this should still be available for the first week or so. Now, there is a Christmas event and a Christmas banner up. The Christmas banner has Tifa and Lucia. Let's get into their stuff. They're both very similar, but they're different, if that makes sense. So the Tifa stuff is physical damage and ice. That's what both things are going to be based. Her outfit looks very nice, by the way. It's got P attack plus 5, Frostblade Arcanum plus 10. This is basically the 35% damage potency thing that, you know, Sephiroth has this actually same element, but his is for magic. Cloud has this for lightning. Aerith has this for wind. So yeah, this is one of those very good Arcanums. I feel like you cannot go wrong with Arcanums. This will always prove to be useful at some point in some content, and a lot of times it will just be useful in general for general content. So I think this is a very safe costume to pick up, and it's a very powerful costume to pick up. Now, a lot of people are like, Degen, do I need to pull this if I already have Ice Sephiroth? And I say, and by the way, here's the weapon. It's got P attack and ice potency, and it has single target ice damage. Now, it's only 800%, but it's ice. Now, to answer that question about, I already have this for Sephiroth, whatever, blah, blah, blah. For one, Tifa's is physical, so keep that in mind. There may be a fight where ice damage is strong to it, but you also need physical damage, where Sephiroth is only ice magic for the most part. So this could trump Sephiroth there. And then additionally, you could use them together. They could synergize really well together, as well as with like Lucia's Bald Eagle, for example. Imagine the crazy ice damage you could do with that comp. And yeah, so it's just different options. As this game goes on, there's only so many characters, right? And there's only so many elements. So as this game goes on, there's going to be a lot of overlap in elements. Where you're going to have multiple characters with lightning, multiple characters with ice, multiple characters with wind, and that's a good thing. That gives you more options, different character loadouts you can do, and also just synergizing well together. And say you maybe don't want to use this with Sephiroth, or you don't want to use Tifa and Sephiroth together, but you have Sephiroth's thing. Well, you could put Sephiroth's item on someone else as a sub-item, and they could still synergize well together. So it's just one of those things you have to take into account. Again, I think this outfit looks great. I think the ice stuff is very strong, and it's a safe thing to pull because these are not limited. This stuff should be available as, you know, they're just going to be normal banner things, I think. The draw period is limited, but it doesn't say anything about these weapons being limited, and if it does, well then correct me and I'll delete this video right away, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. And then now for the Lucia one, this is actually the first unit we've ever had for Earth, so arguably you could say the Lucia one is going to potentially be a little more useful, but that I don't know because it depends what event this is going to be buff for. Now Lucia, hers is the same thing, 35%, but this one is for Earth. So she is basically the exact same thing except for Earth, and hers is magic, not physical. And then her weapon is also the same thing except magic, not physical. Now that being said, I think this is also very safe. I think Tifa's will be easier to build though because she has a lot of physical weapons she can use as a secondary weapon. As far as a secondary weapon for Lucia, I'm not really sure what you'd give her for a secondary weapon. There's a lot of good sub-weapons, like Wiser Staff is a very good sub-weapon for this build. Or Jiggy Fam, I think, is a great sub-weapon as well for Lucia's Earth build that has magic attack and Earth potency on it. Wiser Staff is an Aerith weapon that has HP and Earth Potency on it. So there's a lot of really good items you can use as a sub-weapon with the Lucia Earth build and make her very strong with Earth. So it's super good there. As far as synergizing with other characters, though, we don't really have anyone that has, like, an Earth Break yet, and there's no, like, Earth Breach or anything. So the synergy isn't quite there yet for the characters on this one, as it is with Ice, but I'm sure that will come with time. And I think this costume looks great. I know a lot of people are fans of belly buttons in this game. I heard so much about Sephiroth's belly button. But it kind of looks like Red Mage, but it's also Christmassy. So it's really cool, really nice. Let's check out the wallpapers for it real quick. If you get either one of those items to OB2, this is the wallpaper for Tifa's OB2. Love it. Looks so good and so festive and holly. And then this is the one for Lucia's OB2 weapon. And also, I love this one too. I just like the colors on it. I think everything about these wallpapers is super nice and very festive if you want to get into the festive spirit for the holidays. Alright, so that's it about the banners. I think they're both worth it. I think they're safe as well because they're not limited, so if the banners go away, you can still wishlist them later and continue to build those weapons. But yeah, let's get right into the event now. I'll just cover all these things in one video so I don't have to make 8 videos for the Steam version, for the banners, for the event. We'll just do it all at once, right? I don't know if that's not how it goes. Anyways, this event is called the Holy Flames Gift. So it's pretty interesting event. So basically, let's see if I can get into the event info here. There's 2 types of... This is not your normal farming event like you would think. There's 2 types of battles. There's present leveling battles and there's score battles. It sounds very complicated and it is a little weird. I think they may have made it a little more complicated than they needed to. But basically, the present leveling battles will level up your present, which is this right here. You can see mine is level 6 out of 16. It is gated by time, so you can only do so much on the first day, so much on the second day, etc., etc. But it also seems like it's going to be almost like a Christmas version of Chocobo Expedition. It feels like, because every so often you're going to get a present in here, and then this timer will tell you how long to max this out, so you better claim it before this maxes or you'll be wasting presents. But yeah, so what you need to do is you have to do present leveling battles to raise the present level, but then you'll hit like a wall and it'll be like, oh, you can't continue this until you do some score ranking battles. And in the present battles, you'll get these like card looking things that let you enter the scored battles. And then in the score battles, you get these gingerbreads and presents. Now this is like the grindy currency that you would see that will be used in the shop. And you'll be used to get these Cloud weapons, because Cloud does have a weapon in here as well. This is it. So basically at max overboost, let's look at the max overboost. It's very weak seeming attack. It's an AoE earth attack, and then it has magic attack on it and P defense. The main stat on it, it's slightly in favor of magic attack. So I do think with this, and then with Lucia's earth weapon that we're getting in that banner, there is probably going to be some earth boss coming up real soon. But I don't know for sure. That's just speculation at this point on my part. And then it has some attack and magic attack there. But this is just a free stat stick item. Definitely pick it up for the event. Might as well. Always get these. I don't really know how hard this event's going to be to farm though, because as far as I can tell, I haven't been able to infinitely farm it yet. However, yeah, you do go back and forth, and like I said... Oh, also the boss is weak to ice and circle sigil, so that's where the Tifa weapon comes into play now. But yeah. Now you'll see here, I believe, in story battles, for me to progress the story further, it says available from November 30th. That's tomorrow as the recording of this video. So that being said, it is a time-gated event. So I think every single day, more and more of this is going to unlock for like a week or so. Or maybe more. And then that will also unlock more score battles and so on. Now the score battles are weird because you need these cards to enter them, right? And you only get the cards from doing story battles. And the story battle's currently locked and you can't just farm them infinitely. It's only like a one-time deal. Now I do believe, I haven't claimed any of these presents yet, but I did hear that some of the presents might contain more of those cards. I have one present here. I've already saved up one, so I'm actually going to claim this right now and see what's in here. I've never claimed a present before, so this is going to be a world first for me. I've never even seen what can be in here. Alright, so there were 7 cards in there, and then also a Synth Catalyst. So that's pretty underwhelming, I think. But I don't know what can be in here. Because it does say, acquire various items and score battle keys. So I don't know if this is all the stuff that you can get in here, like leveling weapon leveling mats, some keys, and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. And I also don't know if these swords only come from the exchange shop, or if there's some, like, as the days unlock and we get farther in, more stuff unlocks. There are 10 swords in here, so I think there would be one more somewhere. Okay, and there's also tickets of both types, and there's weapon parts for Cloud in here, memories for Cloud and Lucia. It looks like there's only 20 20 weapon parts for this, but it's one of those things that, like, once you buy it, more show up and they're just more expensive. So I guess there's still 100 weapon parts, so don't feel bad. When I first saw this, I was like, did they lower the amount of weapon parts we get? But no, and the same thing for tickets. It looks like only 5 tickets, but as you buy these, more will unlock and it will just be a little more expensive. And same thing for 4-star tickets. I actually already bought some of the 4-star tickets, so that's why it's so expensive now. But yeah, that's about it. That's pretty much it. I think the event is very interesting. I'm curious to see how it will pan out by the end, if it's easy to farm everything and get everything. There's a lot of cute cutscenes during this event, and there's a lot of fun little battles against this gingerbread guy. So far, this first day has been very easy to clear everything and get maxing out on the score battles. So hopefully that's not too hard later on and frustrating, because it doesn't seem like it's infinitely farmable, which is weird, because I'm wondering if we'll be able to clear out the shop as easy as we have been for other things. Maybe as the event goes on, or once we get to, like, the final day of unlocks, there will be some infinitely farmable stuff. I'm not sure, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about this event, about the Steam release. I'm really excited about that. That's, to me, the #1 thing that I've mentioned here is the Steam release. And then also, the banner. What do you think about the banner? Again, I think both the banner weapon and the banner costume are very safe. I think those big elemental boost weapons are always really safe and powerful to pull for. So let me know. You guys gonna pull? I definitely think I'm gonna spend some crystals on this banner. Maybe I already have. We'll have to stay tuned for the next video to find that out, though. Anyways, have a good night. Have a happy holidays and enjoy your food. See ya.